What's popping, G? So real quick, here I'm testing an EA that it's giving me a lot of trolls. One recommendation: trade whatever you want, whatever you think is the best. Nobody has to tell you how you will manage or trade your money. Just don't make everything very limited. What I mean, if you're going to use grid, for example, grid trading or grid by bars or anything, try to have as open inputs as you can. Like, I face EAs that don't let you adjust the grid size per order open, so that's very limited, and at one point you won't be able to adapt. So maybe your strategy that you vision applies for a small range, let's say whole 2024, that it's kind of big, or just 3 months of 2024. But in reality, if you are limiting yourself just to that sample, when you move to other years, for example, my strategy was very suited for, let's say, 2021. But once I started backtesting and I learned more about backtesting and I moved to other datas like 2004, 2008, 2011, and 2020, my strategy was very bad. So I had to open my inputs. What I mean by open my inputs, this EA, for example, and it's not throwing, I'm not throwing trash or anything. It's just my point of view. This developer utilizes this EA. However, he thinks it works best and it's making money per the post I've seen. So I'm not the one to judge the system, or I'm not judging. I'm just saying that in my opinion, this EA can be even better. If the progressions, for example, you have 3 here, 0, 1, 2, and 3. The one is the Marty, the other one is Martingale, the other one uses Fibonacci, and 0 uses the same grid size. In this case will be, let's say, 999. So as you can see, at one point I'm having issues because EA really will just trigger orders. Very interesting that opens also counter trending orders. So EA, it's not bad. So the idea will be that to find the sweet spot, see if ShowUSD is able to boost this EA, or if I'm able to get it work with ShowUSD. Or then this developer tested this EA and created this EA for at least Forex majors. So the idea will be to push it then in EURUSD, UPUSD, USD, see how it's working. But for now, I'm just stressing myself, trying to understand how the combinations of you have also for progressions, you have also 1, 2, and 3. You can use Martingale or not. So it has a lot of inputs to work, but at the same time are very limited on each other, because this grid size, it's followed by the progression. So I feel it's only working when you have the 0, 1. So then the 1, 2, and 3 are fixed. So it's a formula. And for example, martingales, it's very easy to control by just adding the multiplier to the logic that you are going to use or you are going to apply it. For example, if you go above 1.8 multiplier, that's very most likely gonna trigger a martingale like here. I have big orders, big lots, starting with 0.01. And if I'm using, for example, 1.2 lots, this progression won't trigger 40 lots. That it's pretty much what it's breaking the account. And it's breaking it very fast. So I need to find the sweet spot or move to another asset. When you are building an EA, try to have everything as open as possible, so you don't have to limit yourself to whatever you already coded. Try to give everything, don't give it a value, give it an give open inputs, externs in this case, so you can play with the values. What I do is pretty much I go one by one and go value by value and test it. Why? Because I already did this with my EA, that it's a little bit simpler, but also at the same time it's complex when you backtest, because one change moves everything can go south. So idea will be to keep testing. Then you finish 2024, then you need to move to another year. Then you need to try 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. I really don't push 10 and 20 years cycles because profit can be saving the account at one point. So you need to stress test and start in specific ranges and give it at least 1 year for it to show potential or to have a big sample. Because if I'm not triggering as hard as you can see here, I'm having decent results. Let me show you others. For example, I mean, I've been moving from result to result until I found, let me show you, this one was the best so far. It's minus 1.4k USD with less than 2% max drawdown. So the EA, as mentioned, has potential. I just need to find the sweet spot. Try to not to limit your strategies once you try this to. This is not adjusted to here. Leave it here. Sorry. So the idea is when you're coding or when you're testing an EA, try to test EAs that let you manipulate the logic or the trading style or whatever you're chasing, because you can be optimizing for an investing model or for a trading model. So keep it as open as possible. That's the best advice that someone can give you when creating an algo. That will be it for today. It's just a quick update, you know. Anything, just give me a comment and we will check it. Have a nice day, bros.